Judge Joe Brown's all-new barbecue sauce and seasoning. Justice in the form of flavor.
Law firms will take this as a retainer.
What? It must be a law firm where they hungry as hell. Now you gonna help me with this parole I'm dealing with?
Judge Joe Brown's all-new barbecue sauce and seasoning. Justice in the form of flavor. With one taste of our premium blends of all-natural ingredients, herbs, and spices, you'll fall in love with meat all over again. Judge Joe Brown's all-natural barbecue sauce collection is made up of 2 zesty flavors, original and spicy. There's only one way to bring order back to barbecuing. Just add Judge Joe Brown's all-natural barbecue sauce and seasoning, and you be the judge.
Yeah. I want to bring this to, I don't know if you heard of this, but Steve Harvey, when Kamala Harris was down in Atlanta for the, the Black Men Conference or whatever, listen, Democrats, they are organized when it comes to pandering to the Black voters. They have it down pat. For Republicans, they're not used to doing it. So they need the right people to get it together. But anyway, so this is some
The Democrats were used to managing their niggers down on the plantations and on the sharecropping farms and in the southern towns with Sheriff Bubba whooping butt when one of them got out of line, and the Republicans never did that. So I guess they fell behind.
Right. So this is remarks that Steve Harvey said when it comes to reparations. And then I want to play a clip of him asking Kamala Harris a specific question.
If we don't vote, how we going to ask for something next time? If you ain't got no voting power, you talking about reparations. Ain't nobody finna give you no reparation and you don't vote? Why you think they finna give us some money? No how, man. I hope they do. They owe us. I'll go down there.
No, I don't disagree with him on that. I do agree.
Yeah, but you know what he touched on that we observe. What is it? How you gonna vote? Couch. I'm voting couch.
Yeah,
you've been listening to that. You notice, in other words, sit home on the couch and not go vote. There is an interesting correlation between the number of people who are fervently for reparations who have no intention of voting, which is the dumbest goddamn thing I have heard in a long time.
Right. Well, this is another clip, right? When he asked her, what is she doing after this, right? And the reason why I want to play this because I have a follow-up picture of the show.
Yeah, I'm in these streets.
I'm dead. What's your schedule after this?
So I just flew in from Washington, D.C. After I leave here, I go back to Air Force Two to go back to D.C. And then about 4 hours later, I get back on the plane, go to Switzerland to do a few meetings there regarding what's happening
and embarrass the country
in Europe, and particularly what's happening with Ukraine.
And embarrass the country.
Wait, let me finish, because that's the point that I need for people to hear.
So I just flew in from Washington, D.C. After I leave here, I go back to Air Force Two to go back to D.C. And then about 4 hours later, I get back on the plane, go to Switzerland to do a few meetings there regarding what's happening in Europe, and particularly what's happening with Ukraine. And then I will do those meetings and then come right back.
Me and mom ain't going to Croatia.
Yeah, Steve is such a buffoon. But the reason why I wanted to play that is because she says she's going to Switzerland to deal with Ukraine. Well, what is happening in Ukraine? Missiles. We're sending missiles. Well, Switzerland, Patriot missiles intended for Switzerland will go to Ukraine. So I was trying to make that correlation. She's going to Switzerland to deal with some shit with Ukraine because, yeah, you're sending weapons from Switzerland to Ukraine funded by the United States.
Well, you know what the connection is.
And he's sitting up here and said, well, basically, can I hop on your plane because me and my wife going to Croatia?
Well, you know what the connection is. Sig, as in Sig Sauer, is a Swiss company. Sig Sauer makes the Mardus 50 caliber machine gun along with FN Browning right now. That's Belgian, by the way. Sig Sauer makes the current M17 pistol issued to the armed forces, the M18 pistol issued to the armed forces. It makes the new M5 assault rifle to be issued to the armed forces. It makes the new M 250 general purpose machine gun to be issued to the armed forces. It makes a huge contribution in terms of small arms and artillery shells that it deals with. So, yeah, they're trying to arm Ukraine, and it would be natural to go to Switzerland, where one of the major arms manufacturers for the United States is headquartered. It's a Swiss company, but they are now doing business in the United States. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. That's the backstory. And here you go, wowie whoop-de-doo, when's our mainstream media going to report on such things?
Right, because I think that was a slip up for her.
She's a slip-up generally. We've got
because she was hesitant. Well, I'm getting back on Air Force 2, girl. We know that, duh. I'm going back to DC 4 hours, then to Switzerland. Then she had to think of to deal with blah blah blah. Oh, Ukraine, like girl, bye.
We've got buzzard bait. Biden, he's baiting the buzzards. They're waiting for him to hurry up and die. We've got Hyena Harris getting there thirsting off of crunching on the bones. And we've got the vultures in the Democratic Party waiting for something to hurry up and die so they can scoop it up.
Well,